StaffPad has some great ways of working with musical symbols. You simply choose them from the tiles in the symbols palette here, and then tap to place them. Well, the important thing to know is that whilst you're inserting a symbol, you can drag the pencil up or down to change the direction of the symbol, and sometimes left or right to change the length or the interval type. Well, let's go through each of them quickly. You can simply tap to place a trill, and then drag up or down to change the trill note from a semitone to a whole tone. Tap to place a mordent, dragging down will change the mordent to an inverted mordent. The same for turns. Tremolos are simply painted in by striking through the notes that you'd like to tremolo and then dragging up or down to change the tremolo beams. To input a two-note tremolo, you have to write the notes that you want for the intervals first, and this can sometimes mean deliberately overfilling the bar, and then drag up or down with a pencil between these two notes to change the tremolo beams. You can connect one note to another with a glissando, and this can even cross staffs on a grand staff like a harp or a piano. You can long press on the gliss to change its style. The same is true for portamentos. Arpeggios are also direction sensitive. Drag up to place an upwards arpeggio, and down to place a downwards arpeggio. Just tapping will insert a regular arpeggio marking. Hairpins can also be entered here if you don't want to draw them with ink. Just drag them out and then up or down to change them from a crescendo to a decrescendo. Octaves are similar. Drag them out and then up or down to change from a single octave to 2 octaves up or down. For mutes, just tap on a note to insert the little plus sign, or drag to the right to add the extension line. This symbol is most often used to indicate a natural harmonic or an open note. Simply tap to place. Bowing is actually really intuitive. Just drag up or down to set the up bow or down bow. It's very quick to add, and you can just go through and paint in your bowing. Duets, falls, scoops and plops work the same way. Grace notes, or acciaccaturas, are written as full-size notes first and then converted to grace notes afterwards. Simply tap on the notes that you wish to convert to grace notes. This does sometimes mean that you'll need to overfill the bar first and then convert to a grace note. You can turn existing regular note heads into X note heads using this paintbrush and convert them back again. Tap to place a fermata or a long pause. This will slow down the tempo automatically, and you can adjust the length of the fermata by using a tempo staff, which we'll look at in another video. Pedals are nice to create too. Just drag out the main pedal marking and then simply flick up with the pencil to add pedal retakes. You can drag them to refine the placement. You can also long press on the pedal mark and choose Change Style to switch to that more classic rosette look. Rehearsal marks are just added with a tap. Well, these are always kept in alphabetical or numerical order. You can change the style of these rehearsal marks by long pressing on them and choosing Change Style. We can go from letters to numbers to bar numbers. Bar repeats are straightforward. Again, just tap in the bar that you wish to repeat. Drag up or down to create 2 or 4 bar repeats. To place D.C or D.S, select the tile and then tap to place. If you drag the D.C up, you'll get a D.C alcoda. Then you can simply tap again to place the 2 coda instruction. If you drag down whilst placing your D.C, you'll get a D.C al fine, and then just tap earlier in the piece to set the final bar line. D.S or dal segno is very similar. Drag up for D.S al coda, then tap to place the segno marking, and then the 2 coda. Drag down to place D.S al fine, then the segno, and then the fine bar line. Okay, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.